Yo, what's up, guys? More YouTube content coming up. Savjz here. We're gonna try something a little different. I've been thinking about making more videos on YouTube where I like focus on a particular deck and I just talk about the cards in the deck, some like additional information that you might not really get like just by watching the stream or watching the YouTube video that we've done in the past. So today we got a new patch, and the first deck that we're gonna take a look at here is gonna be a big spell mage. There's been quite a few different variants of Big Spell Mage, and Big Spell Mage has been, it's been, like I would say like tier 4 maybe deck, but now a lot of the most powerful decks have been like nerfed in the recent balance patches, and there's even some like kind of like new ideas that have come to light recently with when it comes to big mage. So this is my latest version. There's a few cards here that did not make the cut, and I'll also give those like special mentions, but I'll talk about like what the core deck list would be. We're gonna like what are the most important cards. Sir Finley, you can swap your hand if you have something you don't need, or if you need to like dig for something in particular. You usually tend to have quite a few cards in your hand, so I really like the Sir Finley. Amplified Snow Flurry, very important to like slow down your opponent in the early turns to stop weapons. Also helps with the Magister Dawn Grasp quite a bit, since you can play Magister on 7, and if you have the Snow Flurry activation, you can immediately use the improved Magister hero power. Very, very strong card, and I think that's these are like must include. Doomsayer, I've been going a little bit like in and out with the Doomsayer. Sometimes playing 2, sometimes playing 0. Right now I'm kind of doing just 1 here, because Doomsayer is a card where if you draw 2 copies, it can be pretty rough. One of my favorite like classic cards, so traditional cards, like an older card. But there's been some power creep in the game, so I don't feel quite as good about Doomsayer. It's not the same as before, where you play Doomsayer and you just like, oh, my opponent is this and this class. Like, I know that they can't kill this unless they have exactly this. It feels like there's a lot more ways these days to deal with the Doomsayer. It's not like such a guaranteed board clear as it maybe used to be. But 1 is still pretty good. Like, if you have it on turn 2, if you have it on turn 3, on the early turns, take the tempo, slow down your opponent. Maybe sometimes even if you know that it's gonna die, it can work as a 2-mana heal for 7, which can be quite valuable to like make it to the strong power turns. Mailbox Dancer. This is one of the like more latest ideas that have been gaining popularity in Big Spell Mage. This is not a card that we used to see like a long time ago, but nowadays it's definitely making some waves. Mailbox Dancer, what a card. United in Storm. It's not even like a recent card, but it's just been like it's just been gaining popularity. One of the more important things with the Mailbox Dancer, usually what you want to do with the coin is you want to use the extra coin to either get a Barbaric Sorceress out or Balinda Stoneheart out. With double coin especially, like if you are on the coin, you have Mailbox Dancer, you can play Balinda on turn 4, and then you can follow it up with like a turn 5 Amulet, for example. That's a really powerful play. It also has a nice synergy with the Barbaric Sorceress, where sometimes your opponent has a coin because of the Dancer, or you can give your opponent a coin with the Dancer just before playing the Barbaric Sorceress in order to swap your Amulet or your Rune to 0 mana. So yeah, big fan of the Mailbox Dancer. One additional synergy is that we're playing 2 copies of Smothering Starfish, so sometimes on the curve you can play Mailbox Dancer on 2, you gain the coin. If your opponent is like, let's say they're ramping as a druid or something like that, they don't kill it immediately, you can follow it up with turn 3 Starfish and silence it, and they will never get the coin either. Dungar, definitely a flex card. This one is kind of like just for like more like for fun purposes, but it does give you that extra healing for like aggro matchups. It can give you extra damage if you have the time to wait for 5 turns. But if you don't have Dungar, if you don't want to like play it like that, this one is one card that you can definitely change out very easily into a Doomsayer maybe. Brand Bronzebeard, we do have a bunch of battle cries, absolutely amazing. Works with the Dancer, works with the Evokers, with the Apprentices, with Warden Dawngrasp. Lots of synergies, Brand is absolutely key. Treasure cards, 5 health, bit of a filler card, but it is quite strong. Like on turn 3 you do want to do something, we just need a 3-mana place. And Treasure card does defend because of the taunt pretty well against aggressive strategies, draws as a new card. It's just kind of like, yeah, it just works. Strong card. But if you do want to take something else, this might be a card where you only run 1 copy, for example. Deep Evoker, draw a spell, gain armor. We only have 9 and 10 mana spells right now. Notable exclusion with Blizzard. Many lists do run Blizzard, but I noticed that it, as strong as Blizzard can be, just getting the guaranteed barbaric to 9 or 10 swap is pretty massive. That can absolutely win the game, because it pretty much kills the card in your opponent's hand, with a few exceptions. Whereas like with Blizzard, it's just like not that big of a deal. So I've been doing fine. I've been running a version without Blizzards right now. You could try one Blizzard, you could try two if that's your style, but I'd be pretty happy with just running no Blizzards right now. Evoker, always 9 or 10 armor. Very cool. Reckless Apprentice works as an early anti-aggro tool. Even if it deals just 1 damage, it's not too bad. Like 4 mana, 3/5. Best use, however, comes after the Magister Dawn Grasp. You want to play them, if possible, you first play the Dawn Grasp and then you search for like opportunities where Reckless Apprentice deals good amount of damage, maybe gives you an extra hero power improvement. But yeah, it's shockingly good. Like even without running any of the wildfires, which of course we can't play because of the big spell team and Balinda. Varden freezes all enemy minions. If they're already frozen, deal 4. Pretty solid. Many players also run in this deck. They run a common inclusion would be the there it is. School teachers. A lot of players run a school teacher, but since it was just nerfed, I've been cutting these, and I'm actually getting by pretty fine without them. We still have plenty of 4-mana cards, and I haven't really missed it too much. But this is one of those cards. If you want to play it, you can definitely like include it. There are many ways to include it, and you will do just fine. Running 2 spammy Arcanists right now for a little bit of extra clear. Could maybe go with just 1, but I like 2. You can set it up nicely with the Snow Flurry sometimes. You hold the Snow Flurry 0 mana hero power to make it easier to like set it up perfectly with the spammy to make sure you get those big clears. Excellent card against some of the otherwise kind of like painful, let's just say painful early aggressive cards where you maybe like might otherwise be in trouble and you don't make it to the Rune of the Archmage Stones for the clears. Balinda, one of the best cards in the deck. There might be some matchup where you like wouldn't want it in the starting hand, but you usually do. It's such a crazy strong card. Barbaric Sorceress. I used to not keep it, but these days I keep it almost every time. I might not keep a 10 mana 9 mana spell because it's better to just throw them from the Evoker, but especially now with the Mailbox Dancers, turn 4 Barbaric is what wins the game. This card is what wins the game so often. So Balinda, Barbaric Sorceress. If you have both, you oftentimes, and you have a spell, you oftentimes want to do the Barbaric first, because you don't want to like Balinda your spells to 5 and then give your opponent a 10, like 5 mana spell. You want to give them a 10 mana switch. But yeah, these are some of the like most important cards in the deck. Parrot, you often duplicate the rune if you need like an extra clear or amulet. Make sure to keep track of what was the latest cast spell. But Parrot, very, very strong. You play one discounted rune, you play another rune with this, and like runes are very good at clearing the board, so there we go. Magister Dawn Grasp. Sometimes you get to play an amulet before it, and then you get extras, but it's mostly for the hero power. The hero power is just in a little bit like longer games, it's such a huge deal. You do get 5 armor as well, but improving the hero power wins you a lot of games. Mutanus, not 100% required, but there are still some combo decks out there where you want to like eat something from their hand, and I have opted not to play Kalegos notably. So this is one of the cards that we can then include. Kalegos is a very popular inclusion in the deck as well, and if you want to play it, you can, but I noticed that it's not doing that much for me, really. Like, it wasn't doing as much. It was like, in many of the games where I lose, I have it in my hand, and when I get to play a Kalegos, it's usually a game which I'm winning anyway, so it just didn't seem that necessary. Yeah, that's my big spell mage. Few different variants out there, but it's been great to me. It's one of my favorite decks in this expansion, really.
Queen Ashara versus Malfurion.
Your corruption has gone too far.
All right, got some good ones here. Might be too slow. Barbaric is actually not that. Balinda is definitely keeper. But Barbaric is not as good against Druid because Druid does have expensive spells.
sea floor be its own treasure.
2 new classes, Pog. Damn right. Alright, we can do a Budungar here. Oh, we like cheese. Very nice. I think I'll just do the 2-2. Makes the most sense right now. I don't need a heal. And in 5 turns, that 12 damage is probably not that useful either. Don't, okay. Not my favorite play, but we don't really have any other move here. It's not really any other play. No honorable guild, so no Wind Fury right now. Got 2 3/3s. I am gonna trade this away because there's a chance that I would draw into like a spell and then like it gets kind of weird. Discounting that rune is fine. I'm gonna have to do the barbaric first. Still has a coin. If I do the Balinda first, the spells will go to 5 mana, which doesn't really work. Mutanus is good. Mutanus is like really hit or miss based on the matchup. Sometimes it can be too slow. But against any kind of combo deck, if you like eat a Mr. Smite from a Paladin, it can be kind of huge. Or like almost anything from like a Kazakusan deck. Against a Druid, if you eat a Kazakusan, or even a different dragon, it can sometimes be enough. It's good to remember, it's not all about just like what card do you destroy, it's also that if you get anything that has large stats, then you get like your Mutanus will be huge. Like 12/12 or... Not super excited to see that, because I wanted him to still have the coin. Doesn't have the coin anymore. Well, he could have like an inner way, but there's even a... Well, okay, nothing is more expensive than this. Let's just do it. Okay, well, I mean, 1 mana gain. Very tiny. Very... Not significant this time. Not very significant. But this thing does have a Wind Fury, so it's kind of... There's some upside in having a Taunt, but Balinda would have worked out better now knowing this. I think 8 mana might be the most expensive card he has in the deck, so that was kind of the worst outcome. Celestial? Yeah, probably. What are your thoughts on the nerfs? I really like the nerfs. I thought they were great. A lot of like really like toxic cards got nerfed. I was surprised how many they did. Oh, thanks for the sub to Timo. I was like talking and stuff. I tried to like just focus on the video. Okay. Did you have an inner faith? Oh, he had an inner faith. We just got unlucky with that. Damn it. This is pretty dangerous. But like, I think I still have to play the Balin. That's just kind of like... Yeah. Yep, gotta do it. Gotta do it. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. It's the only way we have a chance to like get back into the game. It puts me low, but we need a 9-10. Nothing else is even close to the power level. Okay. Alright. Still a lot of stuff. Probably rune time. If we kill one of these with this, maybe we can split the other one with this. Oh! Immediately must volley. Hey, Annie. Oh, Oh my god, that's so nice. Yay, you're my hero. You're the best, baby. I wanna do this. Oh. We have to get the haste. Very cool, very cool. I had to make some risky plays here. But it all worked out. The rune into the hot streak amulet. You gotta make the big play with the big mage deck, chat. You gotta make the big play. Your power cards, Barbaric Sorceress, Balinda. Those are like the best cards in the deck. Those are the power plays, and then of course play the actual big spells. No way! Onyxia has a green border now. Oh, did he? I wasn't looking. Or did she? Could you suggest an alternative to Mutanos? Sure. You can try the Kalegos if you want to. Or you could play like you could play a second Doomsayer, or almost anything goes really. The Mutanos is replaceable. It even makes the deck better in some matchups. Viper is a good one. Viper is a good one. I should probably mention Viper when I was recording the video, by the way. Viper is like just that powerful. Alright, we're gonna get some random big dudes here. Not bad. Look at this green border. Ogres! Try to get the hero with this maybe. Mostly want the hero here. Because the hero is gonna... It's armor, but it's also gives us 2 more dragons. It's like 7 mana, get a new hero power, get 2 dragons. We did hit it. So Mulligan changes quite a bit based on what you are facing, chat. Remember, Balinda Barbaric. Balinda Barbaric can be the best cards against many decks. But then like sometimes if you know your opponent, if your opponent is like Hunter or Demon Hunter or Rogue, like the 2-drops get a lot better. Like Doomsayer, Amplified Snowflurry, those cards get a lot better. Deep Water Evoker, usually good, especially good against aggro, because you get the big armor. Mailbox Dancer is part of the key combo, so you always keep the Mailbox Dancer too. Ivus. I think we got him on the back foot here. I mean, yeah, that's pretty big, but like... I still have like... I have a lot of moves here, like... Do this. 2 more dragons. I mean, it is big, but I'm not scared. Oh! If only we had a whelp, chat, this would be immune. I'm gonna use this new one because of like, we want to get more base damage. This is 2 right now. Oh, that amulet is free. Oh shit. Get the 8-8, I don't need taunt. Wow. That's pretty wild. Maybe a little lucky, but I mean, I'll take it. How much longer can this game drag on? Look at these dragons. Holy moly. 8-8, 8-8, 8-8. Gotta catch them all, gotta catch them all. 4 damage on the next one. What can my opponent even do? I don't think there's any death wings in that. Thanos. We'll see what I draw. I have 1 rune remaining right now. That rope's running again. Do we win? I think we won. Do we win? Oh wait, first spell is free, but we don't want to rune right now. Okay, hold on. So 8 and 4, and then we have 20 damage on face. It's not quite lethal. Let's get the armor. I'm trying to play this kind of like safe. I mean, it could be lethal, but I don't know. I think I'll pass. I think I'm gonna pass on that one for now.
A waste of time.
Wait, it is lethal. I just can't count apparently. Okay, well let's just do lethal then. I miscounted at first. Okay, let's just kill. Could have still ruined. Boom, 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 boom.